in the lead. How did that feel?
It's the same as any other international break. You kind of first few days you kind of welcome it, and then the next few days you kind of seeking the next contest. So look, we're in a great position in the league. I think that's reflective of, like I said, our performances so far. But it doesn't really sort of change the way, I'm thinking of kind of what we're trying to build here. I'm at pains to say we're still very much at the beginnings. So my main focus is continual improvement in this group, because there's a lot of young players. We've got a new group, new leadership, new way of playing. All these things are all at the early stages. That's undeniable. Whatever start we may have had, good, bad or otherwise, doesn't change the fact it's still the beginning. So not my challenge, but my focus is on making sure we keep improving, because the worst thing you can do is, if we'd had a poor start, is to, and I've done that in my career where, the beginnings haven't been great, but what I've done during that time is make sure we stay true to what I wanted to build and the beliefs we had. And it's the same when things are going well, because if you get sidetracked by how you're currently tracking and move away from what the plan is, then the traps are there for you to sort of stumble.
You still on Romero and Johnson? Are they available for Monday?
So it's been a pretty good sort of international break for us in terms of guys. Sorry, it's all right.
Should we start that one again, James? Yeah.
Go again. No props today, please. No songs on your phones. Go on.
And does everybody?
How are you? Sorry, it's just Martin Tyler. How are you, mate? Yeah.
And does everybody come through the International Manager of the Month award for September? Has the start to the season gone better than expected? And following this start, what do you think is achievable for this group of players?
Well, both those questions sort of are predetermined by some target I may or may not have had, and they didn't have a target. So wherever we are is where we are. We've had a really encouraging start to the season. Obviously honoured to receive the Manager of the Month, but that's sort of representative of a larger group of people. The coaching staff, all the football department are working really hard at the moment to create an environment and a training sort of base for the players to perform. And fair to say, I think, apart from the results, which have obviously been pleasing, is I think we've had a level of performance in every game, which has made us really competitive against all opponents, home, away. We've had some eventful games within that context, but again, that's kind of given us a real sort of great, strong foundation in terms of the character and resilience of the group. So it's been an encouraging start, and where that leads us, we'll find out.
Responsibility, that's what it looks from the outside. Is it the same from the inside?
Yeah, it's not something you consciously do. Ultimately, the players know that if you're around long enough that no one, well, very few people stay in the one spot forever, and people come and go. And obviously Harry going was a significant sort of exit for us as a football club, as much as it was as a football team, because he was such a strong force for so long. And you're looking at how do you replace him? Well, I was, I'm not the sharpest, but I was pretty quick to realise you're not going to replace him like for like. You're never going to find another Harry Kane, because it doesn't exist in terms of somebody who has been at this football club for he's, as they keep saying, he's one of their own here, and top goal scorer, captain of England. I wasn't going to replace, so we had to look at how we were going to do that, and gave us an opportunity to try play a different way, set up a different way, and that's what we've tried to do. Now, whether the players have felt that extra responsibility, what we've tried to do is actually take that responsibility away from them and not worry about individuals trying to fill that breach, and just say, look, what's going to help us is to become a really strong football team in terms of having multiple attacking threats, where hopefully on any given day we can hurt teams in many different ways.
Go back to PM or Højbjerg. I mean, in a sort of parallel universe, he could have been playing for Fulham. They wanted him on transfer deadline day. No move sort of went through. I guess a lot of players in that situation, might have struggled afterwards, but it seems he's been the constant professional. I think he played the next day at Burnley. He obviously was very influential against Liverpool and Luton. How impressed have you been by that kind of professionalism that he's showed, even though there has been uncertainty over his head?
Yeah, look, I mean, in terms of him going anywhere, I don't think there was any time during the sort of transfer window where I felt Pierre was going to move. I mean, I think, discussions I'd had with him was that, he was here and wanting to contribute and sort of be part of what we were building. As I said, it's obvious that somebody who's played regularly would have wanted to play more, but ultimately, our performances have been strong. He's had to bide his time, but he's also been very important in a lot of the games who, as you know, we've won late or have had to sort of shore up late, and he's been one of the people that's helped us do that. So it's not like he hasn't contributed at all. He's been a real important part. We wouldn't be in this position if we were just reliant on our starting 11. Fair to say, if games had finished at the 80-minute mark, we wouldn't be finished. We wouldn't be in top spot. So not just him, but all the guys. And it's something we impress on all of them, is that, as disappointed as you are about not starting, it doesn't mean you're not playing. You're still playing at some point, and what you do with those minutes is, going to help us be successful and help push their own cause. And as I said with Pierre, it's, he's a professional. He's, like I said, he's very determined to win a spot in the team, and he presents himself well every day. And over a 38-game season, all these guys will get an opportunity at some point, and then what they do with the opportunity is up to them. And in the meantime, what's important is, if they want to keep getting opportunities, that they train well, and when they do play, because whether you start or not, you're playing, is that you contribute to the team.
An incident in Brussels. Have you spoke to him since he's come back, and is he available for Monday, or is it that maybe one you need to think about sort of further down the line?
No, he's fine. I had a chat to him, and like everyone else, he's we shake our heads at these things where you go to a football game and these kind of things happen, and it's it is. It's sad, and it's kind of confronting how close it comes to your own world. No, Decky's fine. He's back. He trained yesterday with the team, and he's ready to go.
Cool. Okay, we'll end the